every day and night.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Constitutionalist Podcast. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard. That's Leonard. It looks French. It's not. It's Leonard without an O. Thank you for tuning in. As Graham Norton used to say on his show, let's get on with the show. Joining me today is Shama Stock, Shamastock, and it's a good thing before I hit record, I confirmed that because I think I need new glasses, as I was telling her. I thought it said stack. It's stock, and it's Shama or Shama, which is the proper.
Shama, like llama.
Shama, not Sham Wow, Shama. Right, I can't avoid the name wordplay tease. And she is joining me. I found her on Podmatch, talking about Revelation and educating it to kids and the importance of that. We'll get into this. The prophecy and the warnings, but not be paranoid and, oh my God, I'm going to die tomorrow kind of thing. And as well as in my reach out to you, I said, my last thelibertybeacon.com piece is on Revelation, and as well as I've got a jleonarddetroit.substack.com piece on Mark of the Beast about elimination of the penny. To me, that's now escalating us into Revelation, putting us headlong on the elimination of all paper currency and coinage to digital Mark of the Beast and the ability to turn on anyone's buy and sell ability. Well, we'll get into all that. So now that I got some heavy stuff in there, let me go back to the lighter stuff. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Joseph. Thanks for having me.
Christian show. So with the proverbial, pun intended, Genesis, pun intended, of your origins. Where were you born and raised? Where are you now? Significant places you've been in between there and then. And
why would people want to be talking to me about Revelation? No, I grew up in a Christian home. Actually, my parents were missionaries, so we lived overseas. I was born in Korea. We also moved to Rhodesia, Zimbabwe. And then we moved to Northern California. So I actually consider myself more of a California, upbringing than anything else. But I do have that background in my family history.
Hopefully not San Francisco, California.
No, a little east, a little east of there. But
with all due respect to my California listeners, it's a joke, people. Lighten up. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go on.
It's not like it used to be. Let's just say that.
Exactly why I make the joke. You literally, if you need where is the bleep piles to avoid them map, certainly not like the streets of San Francisco days for older folks. Remember that Leonard Malden old series, right? You're a little young to remember that, but
I moved out of California quite a while ago, but grew up in a great Christian home. But as I got older, you got to find your way, and went about my life, went through some bad relationships, but eventually, got married and had my first child. And then I just felt like I had quit my job to be a stay-at-home mom, and I just felt like I needed some adult conversation, and decided I needed maybe to get back to Bible study and kind of figure out what I was going to be really focusing my attention on in life. So I went to a women's Bible study, and it was a great Bible study. It was a Bible study fellowship, and they really studied the Bible in depth. Like I'd never really, even though growing up a Christian and everything, I'd never learned how to study the Bible, like methods of Bible study and really digging into the text. From that, I just realized like how many different ideas there are, especially around prophecy and the end of the world and all these kind of things. And it was so like across the board, all over the place, that I thought, I really need to dig into this a little more and figure out what the word actually says and see if I can make some sense of that. So I volunteered to host a Bible study on the book of Revelation at my house. Then quite a few people signed up, some ladies signed up, and then I was like, oh no, what have I done? Um, because I was not in any way prepared to lead a Bible study on that. And when I went back to read through Revelation, I realized, like, wow, there's a lot of stuff in here, like I don't really understand it, or a lot of people were saying, yeah, I want to study it, but I'm scared of it. It gives me nightmares, or I've tried and then I can't keep going. And so I didn't want that to be their experience when they came to my home. And so long story short, I prayed a lot. I said, Lord, I think you wanted me to do this. I'm not sure why, because I'm not prepared for this. And through some providential circumstances, I came across a great commentary that really interpreted the Bible with the Bible. It wasn't based on like a lot of speculation. And so I just started studying, and every week that year, I was 1 week ahead of our study group. I was just studying in the Word, trying to figure things out, writing the study questions. And so that year kind of was I guess I jumped into the deep end of, sink or swim to try and figure out this apocalyptic book of Revelation. And it was a huge blessing. It was a huge blessing. And from there, I thought that would maybe be it. I had this little study guide and I was sharing it with some friends. And what I found was there's a lot of resistance, even among Christian women, when I said, hey, you should do a women's Bible studies. We really were blessed. And they're like, oh, no, I don't do it. I don't do the end times.
Oh, I'm glad you said all of that. I want to go back to what you said, digging into the Bible, because indeed, a lot of Christians, unfortunately, and a big genesis of why I created this show, the whole Bible in full context. There are a lot of shallow Christians, or as Dennis Quaid coins, churchianity going on. It's a building with a steeple, but it's really a humanist club masquerading as a Christ church, and there's not a whole lot of Christ in the Bible going on in there. So I'm glad you said all that. That's perfect. And indeed, the fear of revelation, but like my Terror Strikes Coming Soon to a City Near You book, I'm not trying to sell fear porn. God wasn't trying to promote fear onto, well, a degree of fear, but a degree of hopefulness too in that story when you look at its full context. Warnings, things to be wary of.
Right. I mean, one of the examples I give, like in my kids' Bible study, is the example of like a mother bear. Okay, if you're a hiker in the woods, you should have some level of fear from that mother bear, because she could tear you to pieces, But if you are a cub of that mother bear and she gets up to roar, it's because she's protecting you. And so,
it's a warning. Yeah.
It's
Please
a warning.
Make me hurt you. Yeah.
Well, and it's also like, who do we want to identify with? Like, who do we want to be? If I'm a child of God and I'm following his directions, his warnings.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every life is a story. Some just end too soon. Ryan's life unfolds through words on paper, dreams of youth, love discovered, and the challenges of growing up. He found purpose in love, joy in family, and meaning in every small moment. But even the strongest hearts can break, and sometimes life takes unexpected turns. Through laughter and loss, Ryan leaves behind something greater than memories, a lasting legacy. A short story, A Lasting Legacy, by Joseph M. Leonard. A moving reflection on life, love, and the stories we leave behind. Available on Amazon in ebook, paperback, and hardcover editions. By Joseph M. Leonard.
Uh-oh. Video freeze. Uh-oh.
And the roar and on the enemy that's trying to destroy God's people.
Okay, just for the sake of the benefit of the transcript, and I think we got everything you said. There was a video freeze lag in there, but I think we got, and again, I'm glad you used the mama bear analogy. Literally, terror strikes coming soon to a city near you. The publisher promotion department put together out of my Naperville chapter an image of a woman holding a child. And indeed, it says, and I'll try to throw it in post in the video, are you a mama bear or an ostrich? Right? Burying your head to Revelation isn't going to help you. You're not to be fearful, but hopeful, but learn and understand and know things that can and will happen so you're not caught off guard and you can hopefully survive those times if you're not raptured out.
Exactly. And I think that happens, like you were saying, like a lot of Christians that aren't really digging into scripture is because it doesn't matter what denomination or what group, you identify with, that we tend to, as human nature, to just repeat the things that we're told instead of, or, whatever tradition we grew up in, or whatever things were told by the preacher, or whatever things were like, well, I like that interpretation. So
Yep.
instead of saying, if God is actually telling the truth, what is he actually saying? And maybe he knows better than I do, and I should find out what that is.
Yeah, back to Dennis Quaid, Churchianity, Matthew 23 Christians. Jesus spoke to blind guides, vipers, snakes. The kumbaya around the campfire is only part of who and what Jesus was. You've got to take the fire and brimstone damnation of God aspects also in whole context of a loving God as an agape parent.
Exactly. Yeah. So, so from that kind of jumping off point, when I started finding this resistance and like people didn't want to study it, especially women, I thought, why would we not want to study a book that starts with a blessing? Like the very first verse is, you will be blessed if you read this prophecy and listen and take it to heart. And so who wouldn't want that blessing, which that word is really from like a deep inner joy that no one can take away from you, no matter what the circumstances are around you.
Right. In Genesis, you have knowledge as a source of being cast out of the garden, but Revelation opens, like as you said, with that hope where knowledge is an important aspect of being a Christian now, and knowing is important. So there's kind of not a contradiction. Jesus and God don't contradict themselves. In context, you have to contextualize that all for it to make sense. And for the benefit of the transcript again, and those on audio only, 25 plus platforms as opposed to the 5 video platforms, over your left shoulder on the right part of your video box, I see Revelation, a sword, and then something else under. Is that like on the side of a birdhouse or something up there?
Yeah, that's just our logo, Revelation for Kids. And the sword is, representing the word of God.
Armor of Jesus. Yeah. Put on the
Yes.
armor of Christ. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, context, literal and figurative applications. The times where Jesus gets tough and may have to get mad, and then indeed for all things there is a season, even war, as well as the figurative armor of Christ. Yes?
Right. And what I've found more and more is that while there are physical manifestations of these truths, that often the spiritual understanding comes first. Like, yes, there's going to be hard times. Is there going to be times when you can't buy or sell? But um, like, especially in that example, like it says in Revelation that you won't be able to buy and sell unless you have the mark of the beast. Well, Jesus talked a lot about buying and selling, and it wasn't always like an economical thing that he was talking about. He talked about these parables where,
Yeah.
the man
Money is
found.
a tool, and the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, not money itself as an evil. It's a tool. And he overturned the money changer tables, not because he was anti-money. It was the where, the when, and the how that it was being done. Important
Right.
contextualization to understand.
Right. And he's wanting us to know, like the pearl of great price, like this, if you find this pearl, are you willing to sell everything that you have to get it? Well, that can include, letting go of material things and monetary things. It can also be other things that we put in our lives as idols, So, I mean, this happened during the pandemic. Are you willing to lose your job because of your convictions? And a lot of people, they gave up the desire for security or the desire for something to make them feel safe, even though it's a false sense of security, they gave up those things that even though they knew it wasn't right. And so we need to have those convictions before these times come so that we're willing, whatever it is that says, no, this isn't right. This is not the way God's kingdom operates. He operates on freedom and on, the ability to choose. And he operates on love, not on coercion or fear. And so when you see that and you're like, this is not right, that you're already willing to be like, you know what? If I lose my job, oh well, like God's got this, because my eternal future is more important than this temporary feeling of security.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Joseph M. Leonard, host of Christians, taking a brief moment to thank myarchic.com. Together we share the Christian and family value of honoring family. myarchic.com helps you do that. Preserving family memories online also therefore can be shared online. Think of myarchic like a Noah's Ark for images, audio, video, preserving, honoring your family. Thank you again to the folks over at myarchic.com. Exactly. Our eternal soul life. This is way off topic, but I'm going to go there anyway. Again, exclusion does not mean preclusion, or preclusion mean exclusion, however you wish to say that. Like the discussion of alien life elsewhere. Genesis doesn't say, and God created life on earth, and only on earth life created he. It doesn't say that. It also, now I forgot. That wasn't what I wanted to say. Now I've forgotten where I was. Exclusion, preclude. Oh, hopefully it'll come back to me later. Because I forgot where I was going to go with that. Now, yeah, I'm getting older. My memory isn't what it once was. But indeed, I lost it.
Well, I have another thought just on kind of that line is that there's wanting to be prepared ahead of time, but there's also the flip side where you can be like, I'm not going to fall for this digital currency, and I'm not going to do this, and I'm going to be prepared. Um, but there's this interesting text in the Bible in 1 Corinthians 13 where it's talking about if you don't have all these things but don't have love, that they're meaningless. Like if you know all prophecy, if you can remove mountains but have not love, even if you uh, give your body to be burned in the flame, but you have not love, that it profits you nothing. So we can also be in a state like we're prepared and we have all the supplies and we're in our bunker and we're not going to give in to the tyranny. If we don't have love for our enemies and if we don't have love for God and that relationship day to day, that's not going to matter either. Like we can be on two different sides of this. We need to have that daily walk and that daily relationship where we
Very good.
trust God.
Very good addition. And I remember now, thank you, Lord, for giving the thought back to me. Also, unrelated necessarily to Revelation, but also the eternal soul, which is what spurred the thought, this life versus the next life. But exclusion, preclusion, the Bible also doesn't discount the potential of worldly level rebirthing and reincarnation. We can be reincarnated potentially into new forms on this fallen world as additional tests, but we have the one eternal soul life through that whole thing, and that eternal external next afterlife is the goal we have to be shooting for, being most concerned about. I think we're kind of
we may differ a little bit on our understanding of some of that, but definitely I think where we could agree is that there is more to this life than meets the eye at this moment. And what I found in my studies of the scriptures is that the gift of God is eternal life. And so the
one
opposite of
eternal
that,
soul. Yes.
the opposite of that is not eternal torment or eternal whatever. It's eternal. It's like not being alive, like the finality of it, the eternality of it. It says God alone has
From this plane, right?
Anyway, yeah. So
Well,
we might have some differing takes on that, but definitely there's more than what we see right now. There's definitely a spiritual realm. And there's definitely like a conflict going on too, where there is a battle over our souls.
Yeah. And some fellow Christians get upset with me when I say this, but I'm going to repeat it. The Bible is a Dr. Seuss book. What do I mean? We are children. We are nothing and knowingless compared to the all-knowing God. And God does not owe us children all the answers. We were given what we needed. Jesus came and gave us a New Testament, what we were needed. And when he returns, we'll probably get yet another testament to tell us even more. But that's the sin of hubris. Humans who think, well, God owes me all the answers to all my questions. No, he doesn't. Get over yourself.
Yeah, I think we're just scratching the surface, really, because there's so much more that we have to learn. I totally agree with that. Yeah. So,
Well,
my kind of point is I'm just trying to introduce
what were you going to hold up? What were you going to hold up?
I'm in the.
Here's the book, and it's not showing on your
It's
video
not showing
very
because
well. And
I
again, for
want.
25 plus audio platforms and the transcript, what's the title on the book that you're
Yeah, sorry about
trying to
that.
show? Oh, they're showing a little, but ABC
It's
something.
ABC, An Adventure Through Revelation. And it's a picture book that is really meant to spark the imagination to say, wow, this looks interesting. Maybe I'd like to learn more about that. And so, I have things like A is for angel. They're the messengers, bringing us the good news. And B is for Babylon. Like Babylon represents a place of confusion and pride and thinking that we know everything.
Oh,
And
yeah, touching on my hubris comment. Yes, thank
exactly.
you.
And Babylon's fallen. Like you don't want to stay in that place of
Right.
Babylon and confusion.
And I go into quite a bit of these themes also in my Constitutionalist education series of books based on the show. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Do you have a website where people can find out more, look into the book? I take it the book's on Amazon, but do you have your own site?
Yes, it's revelationforkids.com, FOR, revelationforkids.com. And we have Bible studies for kids on Revelation, the ABC book, some bingo games, other stuff, and also our YouTube channel, revelationforkids.com.
Wonderful. Thank you. Shama, not ShamWow, Stock, not Stack. And of course, for those viewing the video, it'll be on a scroll at the bottom. So thank you for your time today. Take care. God bless.
Thank you for having me.
Since the cross was raised on Calvary's hill, men have stood on corners crying, "End is nigh." Generation after generation, checking signs and seasons still, shall not know the hour, yet we always try. We are frail and flawed, every one of us, no soul among us perfect, none above the rest. Check your pride and hubris, check your arrogance. God don't run his kingdom on our schedule or request. There's a difference, hear me now, between longing for the day and lighting fires in the darkness just to hurry up his way. It's God's time, not ours, his terms, not our own. We shall not know the hour that brings the king back home. So the good, reap the good, stand against the night. Evil wins when good men do nothing. So rise up and fight. It's God's time, not ours. Matthew 16:26. What does a man gain if he wins the whole wide world and throws his soul away? You are known by all your fruits, in the sun and in the rain. Every seed you plant today becomes your judgment day. Those who stir up chaos thinking God will be impressed are in league with the Antichrist, though they claim his holy name. From the Christian Ocean Rikio to the Islamic radicals, jihadists, unrest, using God to justify the evil is the devil's game. There's a difference, hear me now, between longing for the day and pouring gasoline on embers just to hurry up his way. It's God's time, not ours, his terms, not our own. We shall not know the hour that brings the king back home. So the good, reap the good, stand against the night. Evil wins when good men do nothing. So rise up and fight. It's God's time, not ours. If you choose not to decide, you still made your choice. Inaction is inaction. Silence is a voice, complicit in the evil that would otherwise be sown. Is no way for a believer to be known, to be known. Roar, restore our American Republic, ROAR. Push back the dark, roar, Every air asks the question, every frightened soul can feel that the world is spinning darker, that the hour's drawing near. But it's God's time, not ours. Let that truth cut clean and clear. It's God's time, not ours. His turn, not our own. We shall not know the hour that brings the King back home. Sow the good, reap the good, stand against the night. Evil wins when good men do nothing. So rise up and fight. It's God's time, not ours. Not ours. Not ours. Be the liberty beacon, reflect God's lighthouse shine. Sow to reap, known by your fruits. God's time, not ours.
Eyes open wide, not living in fear, just knowing the signs when danger draws near.
But there's a difference between fear and comprehension. Crime doesn't clock in, terrorism has no zip code. Anytime, any place, you better know which road. You are not an ostrich with your head buried in sand. You're a thinker with awareness and a reason you still stand. When the world erupts around you, don't let panic be your guide. Three options in the crisis moment, only one keeps you alive. Awake, not paranoid, situationally aware, not consumed by all the fear porn, but prepared to face what's there. Fight, flight, or maybe fade. Know the difference, make the call. A thinking mind won't be the sheeple, trampled when the panic falls. Awake, not paranoid. Awake. Remember when the music stopped and panic filled the air? The stampede was the danger, not what triggered the scare. Fry and panda fire when you run without a thought. The threat that really kills you is the panic that you caught. Mama bear or ostrich, which one are you gonna be? Assess the situation, is that danger close to me? Is it in my orbit, is it coming from my space? Or do I fade to safety, live to fight another day? When the world erupts around you, don't let panic be your guide. Three options in the crisis moment, only one keeps you alive. Awake, not paranoid, situationally aware, not consumed by all the fear porn, but prepared to face what's there. Fight, flight, or maybe fade. Know the difference, make the call. A thinking mind won't be the sheeple, trampled when the panic falls. Awake, not paranoid. Awake. Life over death, hope over fear, faith over despair. Keep your wits clear. Love over hate, good over evil, freedom over tyranny. Rise above the sheep. They said burn out, don't fade away, but I say fade and live to see another day. Unless it's in your orbit, unless there's no escape, then you stand and fight. That's the choice that heroes make. Awake means you are watching, not wrapped in paranoia's chains. You carry situational awareness like an umbrella when it rains. Not selling fear, not peddling doom, just asking you to think before the panic swallows reason and you're swept across the brink. Awake, not paranoid, situationally aware, not consumed by all the fear porn, but prepared to face what's there. Fight, flight, or maybe fade. Know the difference, make the call. A thinking mind won't be the sheep or trampled when the panic falls. Awake, not paranoid. Awake, think, don't panic, assess, don't assume. Fade when you can fight, when you must awake. Not paranoid, just awake. Free will, individually created. God gave us all free will. Gave it as individuals to both you and me. Not collectivist mind, hive bees. Not even exactness in identical twins. Thinking otherwise, ungodly hubris, sin wins. Free will, individually created. God gave us all free will. Gave it as individuals to both you and me. Not collectivist mind, hive bees. Not even exactness in identical twins. Thinking otherwise, anti-God ignorance. Ungodly hubris when we forget the spark. You and I, we don't arrive from one stamped mold. Free will, you and me. Free will, not a hive to be. Free will, made uniquely. Oh, not just you and me. One face, one step, one name. Still two different hearts. Same blood, same room, same sky. Still two different marks. I won't call the soul a row of matching parts. We bend, we choose, we burn. We learn where we start. Ungodly hubris win to make us all the same. I was made to answer, you were made to name. Free will, you and me. Free will, not a hive to be. Free will, made uniquely. Oh, not just you and me. If you try to number grace, you lose the living flame. If you try to copy well, you break the sacred frame. So let the two of us stand in our own skin. Free to turn, free to choose, free to begin. 8 billion souls inhabit this world. To believe identical thought pool, discredit to God's free will gets swelled. Free will, paints the barracks gray. Another dawn, another day. Boots on ground, miles away. We just hope and we just pray. Letters sent and not received. Hearts on sleeves, truly believed. Wearing red so they're not alone. Till every hero's coming home. Red Friday, every week. Red Friday, silent speak. Friday for the brave. Red Friday, souls to save. Remember everyone deployed. In every heart, in every voice. Remember everyone deployed. Standing strong, we make this choice. Put on this red shirt, same one as last week. Coffee in a thermos, the name's on my sleeve. Yellow little photo tucked into my phone. They're waking up in deserts. I'm driving alone. It's Red Friday. I remember everyone deployed. Heartbeat filling up a silent void. From the cul-de-sac to the convoy. From this small town to the sand. Red Friday, I wear you on my hands. Flag on the storefront, taped to the glass. Teachers in the hallway, letting the kids ask. Mama at the mailbox, praying for good news. Steam on the kitchen window, her eyes shining through. It's Red Friday, I remember everyone deployed. Heartbeat filling up a silent void. From the cul-de-sac to the convoy. From this small town to the sand. Red Friday, I wear you on my hands. I can't lift your rucksack, but I can lift your name. I can't walk your footsteps, but I can share the weight. So I'll stand here in Scarlet, tell you I'll come home. You are not forgotten, you're never alone. It's Red Friday, I remember everyone deployed. Heartbeat filling up a silent void. From the cul-de-sac to the convoy. From this small town to the sand. Red Friday, I wear you on my hands. I wear red till you're back on this land. Red Friday. I remember where you stand.
Your letters mean everything out here.
We wear red every Friday for you.
It keeps us strong.
We remember everyone.
Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help. Thank you for having tuned into another Constitutionalist Podcast show. I really appreciate that you stopped by. Again, please like, share, subscribe. We need you to help spread the Constitutionalist movement. Thank you again. Take care. God bless. Love you all.
Shows of learning. Stand up for what is right. Loves God and shares his message every day and night. Believes passage over all the earth. God bless your for all you do. Stand strong and God bless you.